Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I just recorded a video just a minute ago about healing ancestral imprint during birth and conception before that. So if you were brought to this reading and haven't seen that one, I would go over and watch that one first. It definitely explains the process of what we're going through leading up to the information that I'm going to talk about here in this reading. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about was the transmutation process. And people talk about transmuting and shifting energy into unconditional love and talk about alchemy and things like that. But essentially, what is that really, and how do we do it? How do we even do that? How do we do it intentionally? And what is that process? There is another woman on YouTube. Her name is Lori Ladd. And if you guys don't follow her, go over there. She is just such an immense channel of really beautiful light. She channels the ones that I really super resonate with are the Galactic Federation of Light. And there was one that she had posted the other day talking about the channel of energy that you are, your light body, your light channel, essentially. And I'm going to post the link for that in the box below because her translation, the way that she puts energy into words is so resonant. It is so specific. It is so really just dead on with helping to understand and put to words the energy and the things that we're experiencing and drawing a picture of what it is that we are actually going through. And she talks about the channel that you are, your chakra system is a channel of light. When you meditate, when you are in alignment, when you are in flow, you have a clear channel, your chakras are clear and you're breathing and your light body is clear and emits a certain level of consciousness. It emits the codes of your level of consciousness. And the way that we go from one level of consciousness to the next level of consciousness to a more awareness is to fill ourselves with more and more light. How do we fill ourselves with more light? We get downloads of it. We remove layers of programming and sludge in order to clear out blockages to access that light. And we continuously do that. We continuously do that. So the essence of who we are, our inner being, helps to it is that light body. Other denser, lower vibrational energies that are not of the same vibration that you are currently, or what you used to be, or whatever it is, come into your field as fuel for you to transmute. They are drawn to your light in order to be transmuted into that light. It's like this little being. It's like, the way I see it, it's like a little kid looking up to a superhero idol. Just like, I just want to be you. I just want to be like you. What do I need to do? Do I need to work out? Do I need to build my muscles up? What do I need to learn? I just want to teach me everything. And that energy is held back because they only know so much. They believe certain things of themselves according to what other people think. They're not big enough. They're not strong enough. And they think all of these bad things about themselves. They're sad and they can't fly just the way that other people fly. They just jump off couches and it's not the same. So they just want to be this higher vibrational energy. And so those lower, denser energies show up as emotion, they show up as sadness, they show up as negative emotion, they show up as judgment and guilt and fear. And if you're wondering how they show up, what that looks like, make sure you go over and watch my other video too, because I feel like I explained it pretty well on that one, and how they manifest in our lives to show us that they are showing up. So they come in order to be transmuted. They are meant to become superheroes. Those energies are meant to be, it's almost just like bulked up all of a sudden in order to become that light also. So, and when that happens, we become a higher consciousness. We become a higher vibrational being. We download all of these light codes from the sun, from the universe, from all of these different sources. And we channel that in through the top of our channel. And it's when we download those things, it shakes loose and pushes out anything denser that's not supposed to be there. It comes from subconscious energy, it comes from programming, it comes from our consciousness where we used to be, and it's coming back around in order for us to, it's kind of like a processing plant. We're almost like a processing plant. We have a light processor, and when we are in meditation, when we're in alignment, we get it moving, we get it generating, and this light generator just keeps going until it's just like this pure positive energy. It's and those denser energies come into our channel in order for us to shift and change and transmute them alchemically. We mix them with our higher vibration. We use our physical bodies in order to understand the energy and emotion and vibration of them on an empathic level. We feel through them, and then we bring them up to our level, and we shift and change them and mix everything around, and we then emit an even brighter light, an even more expanded light body. And the codes that come from that include the healing and transmutation of those specific energies. So we now are emitting the light codes of those issues having been healed. So that guilt, that resentment that you feel towards a certain person is connected to lower vibrational energy within your system. You have come a long way since then. You're a higher vibration. You're a higher consciousness. We're taking that knowing, and we're taking this lower vibrational guilt energy, and we are transmuting it and bringing it up to our level of understanding so that we don't experience that guilt, and it is cleared from our system. We bring it into our channel. We use it as fuel, and the result of that, after we transmute it, takes us into a higher vibration, into a higher consciousness. It's how we ascend. So all of these, shadows that we have dug through, they have been a purpose for our ascension. We know that, but they were fuel for our ascension. And so many of us have been transmuting these things without realizing that that's what we were doing, but we did it in such a slow process and really feeling and being stuck in the middle of these energies that came into our channel. Because without the understanding of how to consciously transmute them, they came into our channel and we started to channel them and we became them. And then we kept thinking them and started manifesting more around us and get stuck in their energy. It's like we get a jam in our processing plant. I see gears like jammed up with this sludge because we didn't realize that we were channeling lower consciousness energy from our past experience. We can consciously transmute those energies. This is what they've shown me in the last couple of days, is how to do that. It all has to do with the tools that you have in your arsenal that go into your spiritual maintenance. So whatever your spiritual maintenance is, in order to ground yourself, in order to get yourself back into alignment, whether that's meditation, whether that's hiking, whether that is swimming, if it's taking a shower, if it's taking a salt bath, if it is creating some sort of art, whether it is, being creative in any way, any one of those things, reading cards is definitely one of them too. Sometimes those things that we're doing are the transmutation process. At the end of it, we think, oh God, I feel so much better now. I feel so much better now. Not realizing that you transmuted that energy. That's essentially what it is. It's a lot simpler than you think it is. You're actually doing it, just not realizing it. So in order to intentionally, when we know these things are coming up now, especially as light workers, because we are experiencing them at a heightened level, in order to, as part of our role and our job, in order to put out the light codes of the healing from that to, it's like activate all of those people who kind of have the same resonance with us, that are out there, that we are meant to awaken and activate, and collectively, it's our role. It's our role to lift the vibration, to lift the consciousness on this planet. So the more we are consciously transmuting that energy, the more and the faster it translates out there. So what they've shown me is that the best way to do that is to, it depends on what your sun sign is. So if you look at your astrology, your sun sign, and it makes so much sense because your sun sign is what you're drawing off of, like at your birth, when you first opened your eyes or breathed in the air or existed on this earth, the position of the sun, what house it was in your chart, and that's the imprint that we need to focus on, the imprint of the sun's light, the light source on your first moment of existence. It's so beautiful. So that sun sign, we have to draw off of the element of that sun sign in order to transmute. It's the best way to get to draw on the fullness of your light, the power of your light to transmute this denser stuff. So I'm an air sign. I'm a Gemini. And so it is the element, the earth element that you would be focusing on. So either earth, air, fire, or water. I am an air sign. And so my transmutation process involves my voice talking through these things. When I meditate, I also do breath work. And so the breath and moving the air is what helps to generate this light in my body. Tapping into this channel when I just start flowing, when I allow it to flow, it just naturally comes out in all of this connective tissue, and I work it through with my words. They've shown me that my expression, and the reason that connecting with clients one-on-one, talking to you on video like this, is feels so good, and it feels so connective and resonant for so many people, and for me when I watch them back too, is because I am in such a pure channel. I'm allowing my light to just shine and flow with no judgment, no connectivity, and no attachment to anything other than just being the light. That is the transmutation process, and I'm working out all of these human things from in here and getting them out. So that's one of them. For some of you, it could be singing. For some of you, it could be whatever you resonate with as an air sign. It could be just getting out in the air. It could be breathing in the air. It could be... There's something else that's kind of needling me just a little bit. Like there's something else to suggest for you guys that would work for air signs. I'll come back to it if it comes to me. For earth signs, it's going to be something different. It's going to be something to do with the earth or with nature or with the physical body, with grounding your physical body. It could be sports. It could be running. It could be exercise. It could be meditating outside. Maybe just going for a walk or a hike or touching a tree. Sometimes it could be as simple as touching a tree, closing your eyes, setting the intention to transmute, breathing in the earthy element of the bark that's on there. I could feel it on my hand almost. For some of you, that's as much as you need to generate the light and to ground out and remove those densities and transmute them. Fire signs, if you've never looked into what sun gazing is, you might want to look that up. It's a really amazing way to meditate using the light of the sun. You can do it and meditate on a flame, on a fire. Also, the creative process for fire signs. The fire comes from your sacral. It comes from the place of creation. So doing something creative, channeling art, painting as a meditative process, as getting yourself into alignment, anything artistic. For air signs, it could be playing an instrument too, is what they wanted me to tell you. It could be playing an instrument because the air that's flowing is coming from very, very deep, and it's also very controlled. That was another thing. Earth signs could also be listening to music, feeling the vibration of music, listening to binaural beats, or for air signs, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. They're just like dropping all of these ideas into my head. For air signs, it's also light language. I've realized that the importance of the expression of light language for me is part of the transmutation process as well. And I've kind of been holding back with that. But that's another thing for air signs. For earth signs too, I think, because it's creating the vibration, something they can feel in their body. Earth signs, another great way to anchor down into your body and get into alignment is using chanting and toning, where you are creating the vibration that vibrates out the things in your body. You can feel the vibration in your body. That's important to a lot of you. Take whatever resonates for you. Experiment with whatever resonates for you, as far as a spiritual practice that makes you feel better, that is in connection with your sun sign, the element of your sun sign. Water signs, I said a couple of them earlier: taking a salt bath, meditating next to water, listening to the sound of water. For some of you, it's expressing your emotions. Sometimes some of you cry and you're labeled like someone who cries all the time. Why do you cry all the time? That's because that's part of your transmutation process. It's how you get yourself into alignment. The expression of that, the release of that, is cleansing enough to launch you into your alignment. Crying and releasing that is part of the transmutation process for you. So you lean into whatever feels good, and you do you, no matter what anybody else says. The violet flame, they're telling me the violet flame for water signs, especially water signs and air signs. I breathe the violet flame, but to me, even though it's called a flame, I guess that could be for all of the air, or for all of the elemental signs. It could be for the fire signs too, because it's a flame. But the way that I experience violet flame energy, it feels more like water. It's very cleansing. I actually breathe it, but it looks like a waterfall to me. It looks like I'll cleanse clients from the top of their chakras down through the bottom of the chakras, and it's like a bucket of water I just dumped on their head or something like that. It's very cleansing. It's very watery to me. So using the violet flame, meditating, doing a violet flame meditation, or tapping into the violet flame that you are able to channel is going to be part of your transmutation process. Like I said, just experiment with what's going to work for you guys and what your process is. If you guys need more suggestions, I really encourage you guys to communicate with each other. Comment down here in the comment box. Go join the Hawk's Nest over on Facebook if you haven't already. There's such a supportive group of light workers who are there just to hold each other in the light, to support each other, to resonate with each other. It's just a sacred space for those kinds of things specifically. What do you think would be a good suggestion for transmuting if you're an air sign, or any of that? They're also stressing that card reading is a really amazing way to tap into your intuition and help you to get into alignment. If you are doing readings for yourself in order to try to get those answers, in order to try to release whatever blockages it is that you have going on, sometimes you just need to speak your readings out loud, reading them for yourself and just picking this card and reading it and looking at it like, okay, yeah, I get that. And interpreting that for yourself in your head sometimes is not enough access to your element that needs to happen. Like what they're saying is lay out a spread and speak it to yourself out loud. Say, okay, talk to your angels. I see what you did there. Okay, that's another message for air signs, is to pray or to speak to your angels. If you're doing a reading and you're doing it for yourself and you don't quite understand, speak out loud. Say to them, what is it that you're trying to tell me? How do I go about doing this? Are you telling me that instead of worrying, I need to ask for divine guidance? Could you please give me that guidance? And are you saying that, okay, I hear Archangel Michael in my head. Is that the presence of Archangel Michael? Is he here to help me to transmute this energy? Yes. Okay, I felt that very, very strongly. Okay, Archangel Michael, what am I supposed to do with this right now? Okay, I need to use your sword to cut cords and you get the flow going just by speaking it out loud. Or you could record your voice. You could, any of those things. Something is going to resonate with you. You get the gist of it. If you guys need more help with that, like I said, go join the Hawk's Nest over on Facebook. I also have a card reading club. I'm pretty sure it's called Hawk's Card Club or something like that. The link for it should be in the box below. If you want to book a private reading with me, I just opened up my availability for only just the next couple of weeks. If you have any kind of resonance with this and you want to try to work through it, the sessions that I have been having recently are just mind-blowing. I'm just so honored to be connected with my clients and be able to transmute energy with them collectively as a conduit on a regular basis and receive energy exchanges from it too. I'm so grateful. Some of you have sent me emails and asked me how you can donate, and just head over to my website. There's a donate link over there. You can choose any amount, any combination of amounts that you want as an energy exchange. I have an Amazon wish list that should be in the box below also. I'm so grateful for all of the decks that I've received in the meantime, and I can't wait to do a live where I'm using just those decks, and I'm so grateful to you guys. Just thank you so much. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to leave a star emoji, and I'll pick a couple of you and pull some cards and leave the reading for it right there in the comments, just to say thank you for supporting me and for hanging in with me all the way to the end of these videos all the time. I just love you guys so much. On that note, yes, again, I love you. I fucking love you. I'm so grateful for you. I'll talk to you soon.